Okay, welcome back to Hanger 51. Today I'm going to review and break it down for you the Vorteks from Arrma. All right, this is at this price point, guys. This is an awesome value, and I'm going to tell you why. We're going to get to that. I just want to let you know, for if you're new to the channel, I am not an influencer for anybody. All right, but have had this channel for quite a few years, and I think 12. I'm not positive. And I review mostly RC airplanes, but we're going to expand that. We're going to start getting into. Been doing 3D printing for 8 years. I'm going to start adding a lot of that to my channel. Been racing full-scale cars for 46 years. We're going to start adding that to the channel. So we're going to have a lot of full-scale content, RC car, RC plane, RC anything. Surface, I have everything you can imagine in surface. Tanks, trucks, hovercrafts, boats. I have everything there is to have in surface. And in airplanes, jets, props, helicopters, I do it all. All right. So if it's RC, I own it. And so that's me. And so why do I have the channel? I have the channel to share it with you. I'm not an influencer. Nobody's paying me to do this. Well, I get a tiny little chunk of money from YouTube from creating the content, but that's it. Nobody's paying me to review their stuff. So what I'm sharing with you today is me sharing my hobby and what I think is a great value with you, the consumer. Not, the fact that Horizons might benefit from this is not my goal. My goal is to get your hands on a good product that you'll have a lot of fun with for a really good price. Okay, so this is what we call hobby grade. If you're not into RC, haven't never looked at this, this is what we call hobby grade. Hobby grade means that everything is replaceable. You can buy bodies, tires, wheels, different tires and wheels if you want to change them. You have options to do all kinds. You break the suspension, all that's available. Okay, so you can buy all of that. It's all available, and you can rebuild the car when you break it, and that's what we call hobby grade. Now, most of my surface stuff, not all, and I still have a ton of hobby grade, but most of my stuff is toy grade. So what do I mean by toy grade? Okay, well, let me move this for 1 second. I'm just going to set it up top of here for a second so I can show you what's toy grade. This is toy grade, okay? So this is a really cool car. It's a little Dodge, a Dodge Hemi Charger, '06 Dodge Charger, okay? Bought it in '06 when the car came out. I was a big fan of this car when it came out, but I didn't get one. They were $32,000, and I don't make that kind of money, so I didn't get one. But I still love the car, so I bought anything I could buy of this car. So I have this is an RC, but it's a die cast. So you're looking at a cool car when they make a die cast of it. So this is a Jado. This is all steel. It's very heavy. The doors open. The trunk opens. The hood opens. Everything's functional on it. And so that's so again, it's the same car. It's a cool car, and so that's toy grade, if you want to call it that, because it's it's not RC though. And then this is the same size as that one, very similar, and this is RC. So here's an RC version of it now. Same size as the die cast. These two are almost twin brothers, but this one is RC. It's plastic, very lightweight. This thing's very heavy, die cast steel. So, but same scale, size, and a lot of the same detail. And so and in the yellow color, which was the color I wanted when it came out. And so there's another one. So there's two toy grade. This is all toy grade. I mean, die cast is. Die cast collectors aren't going to call it a toy, but for the purpose of my video, this is a toy grade RC car. Yes, it drives around. It lights work, stuff like that, but you can't replace anything. You break this, you fix it or throw it away. You can't order replacement tires and wheels and suspension, servos. The company doesn't support the vehicle. All right, so if you break it, it's you set it on the shelf as a die cast, or you throw it away, whatever. None of these are broken. These still both still work, so not a big deal. But this is toy grade, okay? I have one more toy grade one to show you. Let me move these so I can show you my last toy grade. Okay, and then this is toy grade. This big mama here. Okay? So, same car. Same Dodge Daytona. '06 Dodge Daytona. Toy. This is toy grade. All right? Now, this particular one was made by a company called New Bright. They're still in business. They're still building cars. They don't do these scale cars anymore that I've seen. They only did this for a few years. Back in '06. They came out with the Charger. They came out with the Dodge Magnum station wagon. I have that one too. I actually have 4 of these, 2 in the yellow, 1 in mango, and then an SRT8 version of it that has a hood scoop. But I don't care for the color, but I'm going to repaint it. But I have 4 of these giant ones. Okay, again, the lights work. This one actually plays music. It's got a tape deck plug in the back. You can hook an iPad, an iPod, or a little USB drive. If it's got a headphone jack, there's a headphone jack in the trunk, so you can put any music you want in the vehicle and drive around at car shows, whatever, with the music playing. Now this one's not fast; it's more of a cruiser, cruise. I generally play the music from the movie Cars, Highway 66 and those kind, and I have that playing in the trunk. But you can play whatever you want. You just, as long as it's got a phone jack, you plug it in the car and you can play music, and it lights up all over. The wheels light up, it lights up under the hood, all kinds of stuff. So, but again, this is toy grade. Now, why do I have so many of these Dodge Chargers? Well, like I said, when it came out, I loved this car, all right? But I couldn't afford one. Well, I just bought the full-size one, and here's a picture of that. So, that's the full. I just bought that one now, so now I've got the big one to go with the toy one. And like I said, there's going to be a lot of content on my channel, full scale car. So I'm probably going to be drag racing the full scale one, and autocrossing it, drag racing it. So stick around for that. Again, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out if you're a car guy and you want to see that video. Make sure you subscribe for that. Okay, so let's get back to the RC car. So why did I put this down? It's $40 on the lead-in. Well, all right. So they discounted it by $90, and then so it went from $220 to $130. Okay, and out of that $130, there's another $90 worth of extras you're getting with the car and the radio. Okay, so the car and the radio, when you break it down, only costs $40. All right, and here's why. The battery pack that runs the car, it came with. This is it right here. Okay, and this battery sells for $50 just for the battery. All right, so you take your 130 and you subtract 50, and that brings us down to $80. Okay, this charger came with it. All right, this charges the battery. It's doing that right now. It's charging the battery. And this charger with this cord, it came with the cord charger. It's a USB jack. Plug it into a USB port. Newer cars have one in the car, so you can just set it on the front seat and charge it. Or you hook it. I've got it hooked to my computer right now, and it's charging it. So $26 for the charger. Okay, so that came with it. So now we're at $80 value, and we're going to take another $26 off for the charger. Okay, so that brings us down to $54. Okay, all right. Came with batteries for the transmitter. This is a 4-pack of AA batteries. You're going to pay. If you're buying Ever-Ready, Duracell, these are probably $5. $4.99. $3.96 to $4.99. I'm just going to round it out to $4 just to make it simple. All right. So now we're down to $50. Okay. And then the last thing you get are these 2 good quality screwdrivers. Well, they're hex drivers, because every nut and bolt on this, so you can take it apart, are hex key, hex drivers, hex screws, and they give you the 2 sizes you need. Now these, even at Harbor Freight, are going to be $3.99, $49 a piece, easy. Okay, and this is a good quality. This isn't going to strip. These are very good quality tools that they give you with the truck. So that's another $10 for the 2 of those. So now we're down to $40. That's what this is worth. $40 with the radio, and you cannot buy this kind of fun for this kind of money. Okay, you just can't. All right, now, so for you RC guys that been in the hobby and Yeah, but this is the brushed version. I already know what you're going to say. Yeah, this is the brushed version. The brushless is much faster. You're right. No argument. You're absolutely right, but it's a lot more money. All right. I didn't look it up, but I know that the it's anywhere from probably 279 to it could be as high as 379. I don't really know what, but I'm not reviewing that one. But yeah, it's a lot faster than this one. This one's going to go 20, 30 mile an hour range, and that's fast enough. Listen, that you can chase your dog around all day long with this. Your kids will have a ball with it. It's fast enough to be fun. Okay, but the nice thing about when this slow, and I'm calling it slow on purpose, is that if you run it into a tree or a garbage can or whatever, you're probably not going to break it. It'll probably survive that without any problem, and you can keep playing with it. The faster one, you run into a tree at 80 mile an hour, you're going to be breaking suspension components. You're going to strip gears. You're going to have a lot of breakage. And even though the replacement parts are available to fix it, they're not cheap. You can get yourself in a lot of expense repairing the breakage. So I don't want. Listen, I've got plenty of trophies from the fast cars. I've been racing this stuff, again, like I said, for 52 years. So I know, I've got the fast stuff. I've got plenty of fast stuff if I want fast, but all of it was way more money than this. So this for $130 is just a steal of a deal. They go out and have a lot of fun. And you say, well, yeah, but I don't play with RC cars. Well, you know what? If you go full scale racing, even drag racing, you're sitting in the pits when you're waiting for your turn to run. You grab this, you take it out, you run it around. Everybody's gonna love it. Everybody's gonna come over and say, hey, that thing's really cool. Where'd you get it? Whatever. And it's a ton of fun. It's something to do. Even when go to the flying field, I take several of these with me. And when I sit under my shade, sipping a drink, and I can run this around while I'm taking a break from flying airplanes. I can sit around and play with this. So I always have these with me in the trailer with the planes, so that I have something to do when I'm not in the mood to fly. I'm taking a break from flying. I can sit in my chair and play with this. So a lot of fun, guys. If you haven't got into the RC at all, this is a great place to start. Something nice, cheap as this, and there's cheaper ones than this even. But this is a really good value. This thing's going to be pretty fast for the dollar spent, and you'll have a lot of fun with it. So that's my whole thing. It's not a rocket ship. You're not going to set any world records or nothing, but it's fast enough to be fun, and that's all I'm talking about here. And there's plenty of classes if you want to go race these. I know they have classes for stock 2-cell cars. This is race ready. You can go race it at an RC track. I'm sure they have a class to run these for people that are just getting into the hobby. So you can go and compete with this car just the way it came out of the box. You don't have to do anything to it. So there's that option. So anyway, so that's why I'm reviewing this. Again, I'm not a paid influencer for Horizon Hobby. I'm not doing this for Horizon Hobby. I'm doing this for you. Okay. So if you want to save a lot of money, get a lot of value for the $130, this is a lot of value for $130. And I would highly recommend getting one of these cars. The Arrma brand, I have a lot of their stuff. I have no problems. I'm not disappointed at all in this brand. It's been very good quality, and this is no different than that. I'm very happy with this. So. All right, so I'm going to end the video here, but that explains everything. That's the breakdown. You saw it run, and so that's why I'm here telling you that if you want to get a surface vehicle and have a lot of fun with it, this is a great chance. And this sale ends tomorrow, so don't wait. Get on Horizon Hobby right now and order it today before you forget, because the sale ends tomorrow, and that $90 off is a great deal. That's almost 50% off, and that's a great deal on this vehicle. So go check it out. They also have a Fury short course truck, $80 off, same price. They're both $130. You can get this one or the truck. Same battery pack, same charger, same tools, same radio, Same batteries for everything's the same. It's a $10 cheaper truck. It's only an $80 off, but it's the same price. You can get the truck or this this buggy car for the same price, $130. I'd highly recommend. I bought both. The truck's coming tomorrow, and I'll probably do another one of these videos tomorrow. Although the sale will be over probably before I can show it to you. But you know, go check out Horizon Hobby. Links in the description below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next review. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.